Hey up, Sofa Squad, and welcome back to another edition of On the Sofa. And for the first time, I'm actually on my own. I'm usually with Stall, but I don't know where he's got to. He's deserted me. Um, so I'm just going to have to do this on my own, I guess. So luckily, I've actually got a few things to talk about. Last week, Stall actually he put me to shame because he actually had a list of topics for us to chat about, and I didn't really have anything. We just went through his list, but so earlier today I made my own list. I've actually got a list of topics that I'm going to talk about by myself. So without further ado, the first thing I want to talk about is um, our Conservative MPs voted against. Um, they voted against children having free school meals. Let's see if I can bring up a news story about it here. The Evening Standard I've got here. Fury after Tory MPs vote against Marcus. Hang on. Oh, something's. Hang on. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened there. That was a bit weird. So more than 300 Tory MPs have been accused of cruelty after they voted against footballer Marcus Rashford's bid to extend free school meals through the school holidays. Labour's motion, which called for an extension of the scheme until Easter 2021, was defeated by 261 votes to 322 after it was put to the Commons on Wednesday evening. That's from the Evening Standard. See if I can get a link in the chat. Yes, I think I can. Yes, there's the link to the article I was just reading from. Anyway, and this is obviously made a lot of people very angry because a lot of children are going to go hungry over the Christmas period. And the stupid thing is, MPs have appeared on news shows to defend this. One Tory MP appeared on the news, and his reasoning for voting against this was that, well, children have always gone hungry, so why should now be any different? But yeah, so yeah, here it seems that Conservatives are just cruel here in the UK as well as over in the United States. They're cruel and uncaring. They only care about themselves and their own self-preservation. But moving on to the next story that I want to talk about. Labour MP Angela Rayner got into trouble for calling a Tory MP scum in the House of Commons. Yeah, Labour's deputy leader has apologised for using the word scum during a debate over the coronavirus restrictions. Angela Rayner made the comment in the Commons on Wednesday during a speech by Tory MP Chris Clarkson. The MP questioned her remark while the Deputy Speaker reprimanded her for her language. Ms Rayner has now issued a statement saying, "I apologise for the language that I used in a heated debate in Parliament earlier." And yeah, things took a bizarre turn earlier today when the same MP, Chris Clarkson, again in the House of Commons, demanded that Angela Rayner should apologise to his mum because apparently his mum has been receiving phone calls calling her a scum. So now he's demanding that Angela Rayner should apologise to his mum. So that's happening, and Amiga Nuss is saying, "Here we do stuff like this for money or to shame the kids." And yeah, I guess he's referring back to the MPs voting, not to give kids free school meals. And he also says, "What kind of blankety blank kind of reasoning is that?" Oh, hello, Bob Geldof's Plimsolls. Better late than never.
Well, I felt sorry for you.
Oh, thanks. Thanks.
The only reason I'm ever here, to be honest.
Oh, well, I don't know what to say to that. I feel so.
Anyway, excuse my interruption. You may now continue.
Um, well, now that you're here, well, what do you think of this whole business? Was Angela Rayner right to call um,
Oh,
this
Jesus.
Tory MP a scum?
Hands
Um,
up. Hands up, I wasn't actually listening, so thank you for explaining that
yeah.
before the end of the sentence. But yeah, I've just been reading about that actually. And oh, Jesus. I'll tell you what I was watching. Did you see, maybe you've mentioned this, but did you see what he stood up and said? The actual
Um,
video of it?
yes, I did see some of the footage. Yeah.
About, I'm, oh, what's the guy called? I forget his name.
Hang on, I'll be able to tell you in a minute.
Oh no, I think I'm on cross lines with you. Sorry, my head's I'm on tablets, so I'm a bit woozy. The um
Um,
the the guy who
Chris
stood up.
Clarkson, Tory
No,
MP. No.
there's been another thing that happened.
So
One,
what are you talking about?
well, I've literally just been watching this about 10 minutes ago, and all these new Tory MPs that
Yeah.
nobody's ever heard of that were voted in in the north. One of them stood up in the House of Commons and said, "You know how they bluff and bluster," and he was very upset because apparently at 11:30 p.m. last night, lots of people phoned his mum and called her scum.
Yes, we were just talking about that.
Right, okay, we're on the same page. Okay,
Mm.
and my first thought was, that's never happened. That's not a thing that happened.
Yeah. And
Anybody with
he,
an ounce of sense, it will take them 2 seconds to realise why that is utter poo. It's just
yeah.
not a thing that happened.
and he was demanding that Angela Rayner call his apologise to his mum. You know,
The thing is, if this story were true, which it's not, the only people who would have his mother's phone number would be her friends. So,
yes.
for the benefit of your American viewers, in the UK, you can't just find out some random person's phone number. It's
No,
not a
this is
thing
right.
you can do. So
But this
that
is
was
the
another.
kind of thing you'd expect to see on the school playgrounds, the primary school playground. Oh,
Exactly.
you called my mum a scum. I want you to say sorry to my mum. Where?
The lies that they come up with are so embarrassing. They really are.
Yeah, yeah,
But that's what they do. It's very Trumpian. You know, the lies are just utter. They're so ludicrous. As
yeah.
I always say, if they would at least put some effort into the bullshit, then I'd give them some fucking praise. But they're
Yeah,
just so childish. So
yeah.
I'm not a big fan of this lot at the moment. Obviously, that other thing happened yesterday, and yeah, okay, all the kids are going to starve, but and Greater Manchester, yeah. So I'm not the happiest of bunnies at the moment.
No, I bet you're not. Um, but which brings us neatly onto the next topic: Manchester versus Boris. Now, what's happening with you? You know, what's happening with this? What's the latest?
Well, firstly, can I just deal with a pet peeve of mine? It's not Manchester; it's Greater Manchester.
Oh, sorry, Greater Manchester.
So it's not just the city of; it's a whole fucking big swathe of the country.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Now that we've dealt with that, well, apparently, I think it has been bugging me because even clever people on the televisions and what have you keep referring it as keep referring it to it as Manchester, which makes people think you're just talking about the city of. Well, you're talking about the county of Greater Manchester.
Ah,
So the equivalent to you would be Leeds versus Yorkshire. You know, there's a
yeah,
difference,
yeah.
a very big fucking difference. But anyway, I will now calm down, deep breaths, count to 10. But
um,
apparently, as I understand it, at 11:59, I think it's tonight. I think it kicks in
yeah.
tomorrow that we go up into tier 3, as they're now calling it, which
Mm,
is slightly annoying because we've been in what is now called tier 2 for the past 3 months. So, you know, we're not happy about this. And there's been no help whatsoever, you know,
mm,
no assistance from the government. Also, because of where I live, and I'm not going to bitch about it, but you know perfectly well that for 3 weeks in my town, tier 3 my ass, we were tier 20 fucking 3.
yeah.
And there was no uproar about that damn thing. But now, because London is tier 2, oh, now everybody's bothered.
Yeah. This is it, isn't it? And Andy Burnham has been calling for more cash, and but they're not going to give it to him.
These, can I swear, please, Mike?
Yes.
I'm trying not to, I really am. These cunts are the most vile pieces of shit ever. They really are. I watched. I don't want to sound like a weird person, but I actually watched Parliament Live.tv yesterday, I think it was.
Oh.
And I don't know why. I can't remember why I was watching it. Somebody must have said something. And I spent about 2 or 3 hours watching this with my jaw hitting floor because it was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life. All these, I counted at the most 15 MPs in the whole house. Okay. That's how seriously they take things.
Yeah.
And the opposition parties were making very good points and asking questions and what have you. But all these Z-list new Tory MPs were standing up there pretending to be Jacob Rees-Mogg and, talking bullshit and laying into Burnham because apparently he's a bad, evil person now because he asked for a bit of cash. Not even a big amount.
Hello? Can
Have I
you?
gone again? Oh, there's two of
No,
you.
there's two of me. Yeah, my computer's real wobbly.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
Yeah, but
The thing is, we're literally talking about pocket change here. We're not talking about a
yeah,
lot of money at all.
it's something like £8 per person they're giving them.
Yeah, but it boiled down to it at the end. The government, for want of a better word, they cannot be seen to give in or lose or give way. That's
No,
what they are now. Hence the child meal thing. They just they can't let themselves to be seen as being wrong or listening to other people who have a different point of view. It boiled the thing about the Greater Manchester money. It boiled down to 5 million quid. That was the
yeah,
sticking point. 5 million quid, which that's the kind of stuff you throw away in the gutter. As a government, it's loose change.
yeah, exactly.
And the thing that a lot of people got really, I mean, it's pissed a lot of people off, as you can imagine, especially
Yeah,
us up here who are poor and can't feed our kids and what have you, because we're just dirty people. But the live bit of TV where Andy Burnham receives the message via a reporter, if you saw that.
yeah,
They're supposedly in negotiations, but these wonderful Tory fuckers didn't have the courtesy to speak to him. He actually received the result of these negotiations from a reporter's phone
yeah,
live on TV. I mean, what the fuck?
yeah, exactly. But he had to find out about it like that.
Yeah, on live TV. And
Yeah,
that's how low these fuckers are. They're so damn shit.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I think someone on Twitter joked that Angela Rayner was wrong to call the MP scum. She should have said all Tories are scum.
I was actually watched. That was included in the thing that I was watching. And I did not hear the words because you can't hear the words. You can only really hear the person that's speaking.
Yeah,
So I don't know if she even said it. Maybe she did, maybe she didn't. I don't know. Doesn't matter. It's just a word. And if I cast my mind back, I'm now scratching my beard and thinking, I do seem to remember a certain Tory MP who spent all his life cosplaying as a Victorian gentleman has said some really fucking vile things in that place.
yeah, yes, yeah, exactly, exactly.
The hypocrisy is just, wow. A lot of people have been bringing up the name of a famous Labour politician from the 40s. And I can't actually say his forename, but it's Mr. Bevin.
Okay, night Beving.
Yeah, that was his nickname, but his proper name was I keep wanting to say aneurysm, but I know that's not his name.
Excuse me.
And he said something at one point about the Conservative Party, and it was very truthful and not holding back. I can't remember the exact quote, but he basically said that I'm paraphrasing, but he basically said that they're a bunch of sly, lying bastards.
Yeah,
But
and
but
they
in a
still
nine,
are.
but he said it in a 1940s way.
Yeah, okay, yeah, of course, yeah,
Yeah, I'm not fans of these people. Well, I never am anyway. But they've totally gone. Yeah, they've excelled themselves lately. They really have.
yeah.
Okay, you may now move on, Mike.
Okay, yeah. Moving across the pond, we need to
Oh yeah,
talk.
okay.
We need to talk about Rudy Giuliani being caught with his trousers down,
Mm,
or
yeah.
rather, being caught with his hand down his trousers.
It does make me wonder how stupid you have to be to agree to an quote interview with Borat.
Yes,
Yeah.
uh,
Well, I
it was
I don't think that Giuliani's very well in the head department, to be honest.
no. I don't think he has been for some time. Nerd, nerdy rodent says he was tucking his shirting like we all do, lying back on the bed.
I don't know. I think I'm going to be a good boy on this one because I've not seen any clips. I've just seen the still.
Yes,
Um,
same here.
so who knows?
Mm.
I will withhold my judgment, even though I do think he's off his fucking tits on something.
But he was being interviewed in a hotel room by a girl who he thought was 15.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, Borat burst in a tankini or saying that she's too old for you, leave her alone.
Oh, I wasn't aware of this.
Mm.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, that makes it more funny.
Yeah,
I, all I've seen is the still that we've all seen,
yeah,
where he's lay on the bed with his oh damn. There may be lawyers listening, where he was tucking his shirt in, and yeah,
allegedly.
allegedly, yeah. On thank you. On first glance, it looks a bit dodgy, but well, I'll withhold my judgment.
Yeah. Um,
But
it looks like we. So go on.
you've got to remember that this is Giuliani, who's really shit at lying.
Yeah,
He's one of the worst liars that there are around there. Um, look at the latest, well, not the latest, I can't even remember how long ago it was now, but the New York Post thing, that story. Oh, God. If these people
yeah,
would just learn to lie properly,
yeah.
they're embarrassing.
And Amiga Nuts just shelling out Critical Cripples YouTube channel there.
Okay, that's
He
handy.
he's he's buggered off to join Maths Pig on his stream.
Oh, well, whatever. This is where the cool kids hang out.
Exactly. Um, but talking of Giuliani, he's been trying to push this whole smear campaign against Hunter Biden, saying that he's been molesting Chinese children or something
Oh,
along.
he's got a new one now.
What is it now?
It might not be him. Oh, maybe it is him. I don't know. I'm really woozy. But they've invented, no, I say invented, they've regurgitated. Now, um, Biden Sr. is involved, wait for it, in a paedophile ring. Wow, that's a new one.
Oh God. Are they getting these stories from Russia?
No, I don't think it's even that complicated. I honestly think that these people are so flipping stupid that they'll regurgitate the same nonsense because they know damn well that there is a large percentage of their base who will just believe it.
Yeah. It's like Pizzagate all over again.
Yeah, they just regurgitate the same fucking stories. I mean, I can make predictions for you now. I don't know who's going to win this election. I don't even want to think about it, but whichever way it goes, I'll tell you now, one of the first stories that the Republicans will come out with will be illegal immigrants were buzzed in to vote for Biden.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's an absolute certainty. They just repeat the same shit all the time.
Yeah, they do. And it's a bit of projection on their part as well, isn't it? Because you got Trump, all these photos of Trump with Jeffrey Epstein and and Maxwell. I can't remember her first name now.
Gisane.
Guess it. What?
Gisane.
She's saying.
I just like saying that word. Gisane. Sounds like a posh way. Sounds like a posh word for jizz. It's what the French call jizz.
Yes, Shazane. And Robert Maxwell's granddaughter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm.
And so yeah, it's projection on their part. And
I do think there's. I don't know. No, is there method to the madness? I don't know. I really don't know. I don't want to quote Goebbels, but in fact, I'm not going to because that would make me a bit of a weird fuck. But
no, I was going to quote him as well.
that's the world we live in now, where we quote
Yeah.
fucking Goebbels. But his famous one was, repeat the lie, blah blah blah, and eventually they'll believe you.
Yeah.
But there's another two things that he said, and I'm not going to go there, but part of it is kind of making people get really fucking worn out. They're so worn out and tired that they just give up.
Yeah.
And they don't care anymore. And I honestly think that that's what's happening now, certainly in our country, and obviously in America. People just can't be asked anymore. None of these lies are important to anybody. It's just, hey, another day, another lie.
Yeah. And yeah, I think that's their strategy, isn't it? To wear people down.
I wish there was a clever person here rather than you, because they would probably be able to explain this to me. You're supposed to laugh there. That was a funny joke. But I seriously don't think that these people are clever enough to even understand history or what Goebbels is or was. I just think they're literally dumb fucks.
Yeah, you're probably right.
That's my analysis. That's my serious analysis of the whole situation. If they had any kind of intelligence or understanding of how brains work, they'd be able to come up with something much better than this crap.
Oh yeah. But
okay. Deep breath again, count to 10. 1, 2.
but it's come out that Trump has paid more taxes in China than he did in the US.
Yeah. Um, you are aware that what's happening tonight, our time at 2 a.m., are you?
It's the debate, isn't it?
No, no, that's not happening yet. No.
Oh,
Trump sat down for an interview for 60 minutes, which is the
well,
American thing. Yeah.
yeah. But he walked out after 45 minutes.
Yeah. Well, the White House had the little man following around with the camera, so they've released their version.
Ah,
And I've just seen the first 60 Minutes have just released the first teaser of this officially,
yeah.
but it airs in America land, our time, 2 a.m.
Okay.
And it is really fucking. Oh, is it scary? I don't know anymore. It's predictable. Trump is off his fucking rocker. He really is.
Yeah,
He's angry and scared. Very, very, very scared.
yeah. And he was begging the interviewer, whose name I can't remember at the moment. He was begging her not to give him not to give him tough questions.
Yeah, tough in inverted commas because they're not tough. They really are not tough.
You got to
Yeah,
be fair. You've just got to be fair with me. Oh, come
yeah.
on. Grow a
It,
pair.
it is. It's actually embarrassing. I don't want to say I'm sorry for him because I'm not, but he's got serious issues in his head department. That guy.
Yeah,
Everything is against him. You know, everybody's against him. Everybody hates him. All this bloody blah.
yeah,
And he's the president of the USA. Breaking
yeah.
news there. Didn't want to shock you with that one. But he literally sits there and says, you're asking, you're being mean to me.
Yeah, you didn't ask Joe
You-
Biden tough questions. Fuck
oh, Christ.
off.
I wonder if this will ever end. I don't think it will ever end. I think we're stuck in a weird world for the next 25 years.
Yeah, because even if Trump loses, Trumpism will still be with us. You know,
Yeah.
that's his legacy. You know, his disciples will still be out there.
I think in America land, you'll always have that element of what is now Trumpism. I think it's always been there, but he
Yeah.
kind of gave them a freedom pass to be
Yes.
to be
Exactly.
a complete
He
dick
he
legally.
gave he gave them a voice,
Yeah.
and I think he I don't know if this is true, but I did see on Twitter someone tweeting that he's apparently he's going to still hold rallies even if he loses.
No, that's not going to happen. Would you
Mhm.
like to hear one of my special predictions?
Go on.
Because you know I'm never wrong. In fact, he's actually said it in front of his. In fact, if he, no, God, what he's doing now, I don't know if you know this. I'm guessing that the Americans don't even know this, but if he's still doing his KKK rallies, yeah,
Yeah,
which he's never stopped doing since he was elected, but he's now gone really, really weird, and he's now turned
yeah,
to begging people. He's actually begging and saying the most bizarre things. Yeah, it's Trump, but even more bizarre than usual. He's kind of
yeah,
asking the audience to feel sorry for him,
yes, yeah,
and he's begging. Oh, it's the most bizarre thing. I don't like this world, Mike. It's gone so wrong. It's very
yeah.
wrong.
I know.
He's actually said, and let's be honest, it's not a secret. He said if I lose, I think I might leave the country. Well, big fucking shock. You know you're going to leave the country very quickly.
Yeah.
Because when you're not president, your ass is going to jail, my fucking orange turd. You can almost smell the fear if you haven't seen
Yeah.
them, and there is no reason why you should, because who the fuck watches these KKK rallies? But I watch a thing and I get a little bit of the highlights, should we say. He's desperate, he's scared, he's terrified. He really is. Plus, he's also unwell. Let's not forget
Yeah.
this. I don't mean the usual slightly not correct in the head kind of unwell. The COVID, maybe. He's still
Yeah.
not a well person.
No.
So my prediction is another word I can't say very well. Azerbaijan. That's where he'll fuck off to.
Okay.
Write this fucker down, listeners.
You heard it here first.
No, you've not actually. Everybody's known for fucking years, but nobody pays attention. He will be on a fast plane out of there when he loses. Mark my words.
Yeah. Amiga Nut says he is playing the professional victim card. It's a favourite of malignant narcissists.
This is very correct, Amiga Nuts. It really is. I mean, you've got to remember that this is... okay, to the Americans, he's their president, but unofficially, that makes you the most powerful person on the planet.
Yeah.
And yet he sits there, and he's done it throughout his life, certainly done it throughout his presidency, but in this 60-minute things, he's like a little 4-year-old.
Yeah.
You're being mean to me. What the fuck? Just if you look at this in a very simplistic way, he is technically or on paper the most powerful human being on the planet. And yet he sits there like a 4-year-old child and says, "Well, you're being mean to me.
Yeah.
You made me upset."
Yeah, exactly.
Which kind of goes back in a weird way to what we're becoming in this country, Mike, because you look at those Z-list Tory MPs now who are trying their best to learn how to be a Trump. They're trying to learn how to play the victim card. Somebody phoned my mum at 11:30. Oh, it's just so embarrassing.
Yeah.
I think I've got a temperature, by the way. So.
Oh dear.
I've actually got. I've just noticed I've received 2 notifications from the our wonderful track and trace app.
All right.
Which I don't even use because it's shit. But I did make the mistake. I went outside.
Oh dear.
Like 4 days ago, and I didn't realise I had Bluetooth switched on. So I'm not going to be looking at those notifications.
Don't blame you.
Yeah. That's okay. Let's. Yeah, sure.
Another,
what do you want to do? Do you want to move
Keith,
on, or do you want to dwell?
Yeah, let's move on. Another Tory MP was Keith Malthouse. Is that his name? I think.
I have no idea who any of these people are. No idea whatsoever.
Anyway, Kit Malthouse. He was on the news early this morning and Kay Burley asked him if gyms are going to be open or closed in Greater Manchester. And he said, I don't know. I don't live there.
There you go. That pretty much sums it up. That really does sum it up. I'm going to ask you a
Yeah.
very probing question now, Mike, and this is for the benefit of your wonderful audience and
Yeah.
also to people who are not cunts. I ask you this. In fact, you mentioned Kay Burley, so I'm now going to interview you.
Yeah.
So Mike, have you been foraging for apples today?
No, I haven't, funnily enough.
Well, there you go, because that's what the Tory fucking twats. Have you seen it or not?
I think I know where this is going. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Mm.
The way they all rally around now and toe the party line. So, and this is obviously referring to the fact that the Tories don't want our children in the UK to eat food.
Yeah.
So, we should all be foraging for apples.
Who said that?
I can't remember, but it was the typical Tory. Oh, what is the best word that I can think of? Complete non-understanding of how the real world works.
Yeah.
So I don't remember her name. Maybe she was a journalist. I think she was an MP because the Tory MPs are doing this really weird thing now where they all bombard Twitter with the same message. So
Yeah.
obviously we now know that they want children who can't afford to be fed to die. We've learned this. And so they're all bombarding Twitter with their recipes. So you can go foraging for apples. Would you
Yeah.
believe?
They just.
Well, I'm not
Yeah,
going
they
to
haven't
pull a
got a
map up.
clue.
I'm not going to pull a map up, but you tell me where my nearest fucking apple tree is. And there was another MP who's talking about, well, you can feed your kids with a baked potato every day because that's how
Yeah.
that's so nutritional.
Yeah.
And there was the one who said, well, I can feed my family using my slow cooker. I make a casserole and I buy a baguette.
Yeah.
How much is a slow cooker? And do you understand that electricity costs money?
Yes, exactly. But no, they just sit in their ivory towers
They're absolutely
and
clueless. And here's a thing I learned today. I mean, we know, don't we, that the bar, as in where you buy alcohol in the Houses of Parliament, is subsidised. They get
yeah.
cheap alcohol that we pay for through our taxes.
Yeah.
Also, it doesn't have to shut at 10 p.m. It's excluded from that rule. Their food is subsidised through our taxes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They also get an allowance of £4,000 per year for food.
Yeah.
Just think about that fucker. They get their food subsidised. £4,000 a year. I don't know
Yeah.
what the word is. I want to say shambolic or cunts or I don't know what the word is.
Yeah. We're in the wrong business.
Oh yeah, you know what the correct business is? You know how to do it? I'm not going to do it because I would not advocate doing anything illegal. Set up a pretend company, it will cost you 100 quid. You'll get a contract from the government for 12 billion quid.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realise Peter was here. Okay, I'm gonna have to behave now.
Yeah, we need to be on our
He's
best behaviour.
yeah. To be fair, Peter is correct. I am. That is my nickname. Actually, that's my mafia name. Slow cooker. I wish I could do one of those stereotypical Italian mafia accents. Pity, I'm the slow cooker.
No.
No, did that not work? I'm not very good at accents. Okay, I'm taking over. Your turn.
I'm trying to find something that I saw on Twitter earlier today. Ah, this is it. I'll see if I can share this. Because
Oh my
last time I
gosh,
tried,
you're going to do something technical.
yeah, last time I tried to share a screen, that's when my laptop threw a wobbler, and
Oh, was that the time when you accidentally shared your donkey porn?
yes,
Mm.
I mean no, shh, shh. Okay, so yeah, there's
Oh,
the.
seriously, you think I can see that?
But I'll read it. I'll read it. I'll read it. Music and musicians. Country house operas did not feature in the first round of handouts from the government's Culture Recovery Fund, except for Neville Holt Opera, which received a generous £85,000 for highly challengeable reasons. Neville Holt is the private venture of car-phone warehouse magnate David Ross,
Mm-hmm.
established by him on his own country estate, with a loan from his own foundation that must eventually be paid back to him. He more or less controls the whole thing. He just he has just divested responsibility as patron to his son and heir Carl. But Carl is a 17-year-old schoolboy, and Ross is worth £700 million. It's worth asking why such a fabulously rich man merits 85,000 for his family plaything when so many desperate arts organisations have been turned down, especially as these handouts are specifically intended to keep their recipients in business until February, and Neville Holt only functions in the summer. That Ross is a close friend of Boris Johnson, known for providing the PM and his partner with free holidays in Mustique, is an
Oh yeah,
explanation Boulez would shrink from advancing, but it's on the lips of arts companies about to go to the wall, and in their view, it stinks. I think
yeah.
that's from
There's
Private Eye.
yeah. Private Eye is very good. If I could afford it, I would subscribe. But
Yeah,
they've got a very long history. Hence, Ian Hislop's many trips into court.
yes.
Because the people that I don't like tend to take umbrage. My God, I just said umbrage. Damn. They tend to get upset when they're held to account.
Yeah,
There's a lot of shenanigans going on right now, more so than I've seen in my life. And I know I bore people when I say this, but there are really bad things happening in this country right now. And it's not going to end well.
no,
COVID has come along, which we didn't expect, obviously, and that's really fucked things up and demonstrated how corrupt these people are.
yeah,
Demonstrated it not in a not in a tinfoil way. You can see the fucking evidence. You can read it. You can see it. They're corrupt. But even without the COVID, we've also got the I'm not going to say the B word, but we've also got that. These people need to. I'm being careful with my words, but I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to get in trouble from our secret services, but let's just say they need to disappear.
Yes, yeah, but I wish we had a general election next year, but we've got to wait until 2024
Oh,
before
Christ, yeah.
we can vote these fuckers out.
But the thing is, it isn't going to happen. I mean, the election will happen
Mm.
if the rules are followed, because you've got to remember that these efforts are basically changing all the rules and laws behind our backs. We don't know
Yeah,
about them. They're not reported on, so they are secretly behind. I sound like an Alex Jones person. I really am not, but they are literally doing this. They're changing laws behind our backs. So,
yeah.
will there be an election? I don't know. But I'll make another prediction for you because I'm on a roll now. So,
Mm.
Johnson will be out in February.
Okay.
I don't know who's going to replace him though. I'm not really. I'm not
I,
sure where to go with that one.
I think I know who
I think I
may
know what you
replace him.
know. I think I know what you know, but I don't want to say it because if you say it, it might come true.
But well, I'm going to be bold enough to say it. I think it's Rishi Sunak.
Oh, you reckon?
Yeah, because
That's interesting.
he's the golden boy at the moment.
Okay, that's interesting. I
And
think you're wrong. I
I
think you're
really
wrong,
think.
and I think we should have a. I think we should place a gentlemanly wager on this.
Hmm.
I would.
He-
Are you going? Are you going for the Rishi Dishy?
he's the Chancellor of the Exchequer at the moment,
He's the
and
good boy. He's the good boy at the moment, but
yeah.
what you've got to remember is that the Conservatives would kill their own mothers. So
Oh
I
yeah,
would. I would hold back on that thought. I
but
don't think he's got.
he is their poster boy at the moment, and I think he
There you go. You just nailed it at the moment.
well yeah.
When he's served his purpose, they will get rid of him.
Yeah, yeah. This is House of Cards shit, isn't it?
I've no idea what that means. I think it's a popular television program, so I'm just going to nod.
Of course, everyone can see you nod.
Sometimes being handsome and gorgeous is a burden.
Oh, poor baby.
I blame the starving kids and the fact that somebody phoned my mum at 11:30 p.m. last night and called her scum. Did, did you find that believable?
No,
Okay.
funnily enough.
I'm in the wrong game. I need to be a Tory MP.
Mm.
Okay, I disagree with you, Mike, because I do believe that Dishi Rishi is serving a purpose. When his purpose
Okay.
is gone, they will ditch him because that's what Conservatives do. And my biggest fear is that after Johnson is kicked out, I'm thinking, well, it's got to be after January 31st, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Um,
Because even Johnson is serving a purpose. He's, the Brexit man. But once
I think,
Brexit is done, that's it. Call for a they'll call for a vote of no confidence against him,
oh yeah, yeah,
and he'll be
absolutely.
gone.
100%. Yeah, that is what is going to happen. I really hope that people are taking notes because I'm never wrong. Who's going to replace him? My biggest fear and I think I'm going to be correct on this. Gove.
Oh God. No, no, yeah, you're probably right. Actually, Michael Gove. Yeah, I can see it now. He's even worse.
Oh, he's an absolute C word. He really is.
He has got the most punchable face in the
You said it,
world.
not me. Um, for the benefit of our security services, that was an alleged thing.
No, not that I'd ever punch him.
No, we would never do this, and we do not advocate punching people.
No, but he has got a face that would tempt people to punch him. Let's put
Allegedly.
it that way. Allegedly.
It does make me wonder because after January 31st, they've got what they pretend they want.
Yeah.
Then what? What have they got after
Mid,
that? They've
yeah.
got nothing else to pretend to care about.
Yeah. This
It's
is it,
going to
you
be an
see.
absolute shit show. The poor people who can't afford to feed their kids are going to have to live with this for the next 75 years.
Yeah.
What happens on February 1st? What are these conservatives going to pretend to be outraged about?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that was slightly rhetorical, to be honest, because
Yeah.
I do know the answer because obviously I pay attention to the news. And so they've been
Yeah.
shouting lately today about how we're going to stop the criminals from the EU coming in,
Yeah. Yeah.
which we're actually not in the EU, but they're still doing this.
Ah, we've got Mr. Richardson.
Hey, I'm
How's it
only here.
going?
I'm only here for a few minutes. I have to go see a client real soon. Thought I'd just pop and say hello. I thought this was the test stream.
Okay.
Hey,
Cool.
Randolph.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing good. Are you okay, my friend?
Oh yeah, you sound chipper and happy. That's always good.
Oh, no, I'm not
Yeah.
chipper and happy, my friend. I'm British.
Well, then you're very good. Then you're very good at faking it.
That's
So,
kind of what we have to do here, Randy. Seriously. Just pretend to be happy.
yeah. So, Randolph, since you're new to this channel,
Yeah.
why don't you introduce yourself and just tell people who may not know you who you are and what you do and what buttons they need to press to find you, etc.
Oh, okay. Oh, I like the way you word that. Which buttons to press to
Oh,
find me? That's a nice way of putting it.
that was
Actually, I really like that. I actually recognize everybody who's posted in your public chat, but yes, that's my YouTube channel on the screen, youtube.com/Randolph Richardson, Randolph spelled with an F. My Twitter account is Randolph828, again spelled with an F. I'm the founding president of an organization called the Canadian Atheists, which was also put up on the screen there. It's canadianatheists.ca. The purpose of this organization is to normalize atheism in society and to push back against efforts by others who wish to vilify atheists. So these two go hand in hand because as we push back more, that helps against the vilification. That helps more to normalize atheism. And my hope is that while we do focus on just Canada mainly, that this will also have a positive influence throughout the world somehow. So
He's
Yeah.
also very shit at
Brilliant.
DIY.
Oh, we've got some echo.
Oh, am I echoing?
No, I think
It's not me.
someone was.
It's never me. You know it's never
Did
me.
my message come through distorted?
Yeah,
No.
we heard you. We heard you very well, but unfortunately, I'm not sure if are you familiar with? I feel like a dating person. Mike, this is Randolph. Randolph, this is Mike.
Oh, they just Amiga Nuts just posted up mention of True North Talk, and this is part of one of the projects of the Canadian Atheists that Neil and I are working on in a 50-50 partnership arrangement. He and I are going to co-host the first Canadian live atheist call-in program that I'm aware of. I'm not aware of any others. So that's why we make
there
this
was
claim.
a reason why you were here. You're just here to shill, you bad boy.
I was asked to talk about this, so here I am. So
Can I ask a quick question, Randolph?
yeah, and you'll be able to call in and ask later once we get the show going as well. But go ahead and ask now.
Right now, do you still have all your limbs after your DIY escapades?
Have all my what?
Limbs.
Lint.
No, limb. Oh, fuck. Body parts. Arms, legs.
Well, I am a victim of amputation from when I was very young because I was circumcised. But other than that, I have all the rest of my body parts.
I was referring to the wonderful videos that you were showing about what you're doing with your new studio.
Oh, building it up.
So you didn't lose any legs or anything because it did look dangerous.
Oh no. Everything was fine. Actually, everything was safe. But I did exaggerate play a little bit to make it look like things were a little bit more urgent at a few times, just to make it more exciting. One point, I told Neil, "Oh, you need to stand back." "Oh, you need to stand back now." And then once he stood back, then I let go. I actually was holding on to it, so it was fine.
The important thing is that it looked fun, and obviously you were playing to the camera, and it gave a few giggles. So that was
I don't
nice.
normally play to the camera, so this was the first time for me. It was a lot of fun.
Anyway.
Excellent.
Hey, the thing is, we're talking about British stuff, so...
Oh. Well, I am. You know what? I get a pass on that because I'm in a province here in Canada called British Columbia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which basically means that we own you.
No, we're a sovereign nation, and our constitution makes this pretty clear. So you're going to be in a bit of a fight there if you continue to insist on that.
And that is a fight we can't win.
Well, and it's not one that we're trying to impose on you, because we don't claim that we own you. So
I'm taking the piss. I just find it funny when people use that awful S word, Mike. You know the word I'm referring to. S, as in Sierra.
S as in Sierra.
No, you've lost me.
I know, I tend to do that.
I think neither of us is thinking about this word because we don't know what word it is.
Okay. It's one of those buttons that you push, and when I remind Mike, because he's not really on form tonight, sovereignty.
Oh, sovereignty.
Yeah. Well, that's a good word.
Okay, here we go.
Well, here in Canada, it's a good word. Maybe it's a bad word there. I guess it depends on the political climate partly as well.
Yeah, it depends on whether you're left or right in this country, whether it's a good or bad word.
It really depends on if you know what the word means.
Yes, that too, yeah.
And
as is the case with many words.
This is very true, Randolph, but I'm not mocking you, because in its original form, sovereignty is a nice word, but it's been so, excuse my language, it's been so bastardized in this country. It's been used as a way to rile up
I'll just say,
bad people.
It is okay to mock me. I don't have a problem with that because I am an advocate for freedom of expression and freedom of opinion. The only complaint I have about mockery is that very often nobody tells me that it's happened. So I end up missing some really good humor.
Oh, that's not necessarily a bad thing.
That I can't disagree with. Oh, hello to a bit of tea in Danish, and I see Martin Nielsen's a new person in the chat.
Yeah, he's here as well.
I don't know if I've met Martin before.
No, I haven't.
Welcome.
I was on his missus's channel earlier this evening. A bit of tea in Danish. I was so that was fun.
Yeah, I saw
And
part of that.
yeah.
They covered rain, and I was saying in the chat that I think that I like rain because it keeps our cities clean, and that I don't think they ended up mentioning that on the air, unfortunately.
Well, you've mentioned it now.
Yep,
Even more
exactly. Thanks
unfortunate,
to you.
I can't actually read the side chat because I still can't find my glasses. So I kind of need one of those little people in the bottom right-hand corner to help me.
I think with OBS, you might have an option. If you're using OBS, you might be able to arrange an option to have it magnified larger on screen, so it'll be easier to take a look at. That's one option, I guess.
Yeah, I can't.
But you'll need to get that set up. That might take a bit of work.
Yeah.
No, it's easy work, but I can't be asked. But anyway, the thing is, Randolph, me and Mike, who's very popular, as you can tell with all the people in this stream.
Oh, he's doing well, yes.
All three of us. We like to bitch and moan about British politics and the British way of life because it's horrendously shit. And that's kind of what we do. So there is a difference, obviously, between American politics and Canadian politics and what have you. But if we say a bad word, don't hate us.
I'm not offended by bad language. But people often think that I am, and I'm not sure why. Even though maybe it's because I don't use the words myself.
We tend to use the C word quite often because the UK right now is not good. And so we kind of vent off.
I made this Brexit sign. It's based on the official exit sign, and I had to find the right font, put it out there. And one person who saw it a year or two ago, wrote back to me that now whenever they see those green exit signs, they're always thinking of Brexit. Thanks, Randolph. So I guess Brexit does factor into some of the stuff that you talk about, what's going on in your area, isn't it?
It kind of sums it up in a way because the guy who's on the right-hand side, he's running away.
I never thought of it that way, but that makes sense. That's well stated.
It makes sense to me because I love Monty Python. Run away! That's basically what Brexit is.
Yeah. Yeah, we used to have these red exit signs, but apparently green shows up a lot better in a situation where there's fire, so they've switched it to green, some new international standard, which is fine. So you see all the new construction here now.
Talking about colours, and I'm not going where you think I'm going, but this is a fun fact.
I'm not thinking about where you're going yet. I'm listening.
Do you know why in America you have blue and red for each party?
I guess those are the colors they've aligned with, but you've put some thought into this, I'm guessing.
No, I never put thought into things, but I just learned a fact. And it's a truly beautiful
self-deprecating humor. I got to discourage that, but carry on.
It's very simple. Apparently, before the first Bush, this was not a thing. Yeah, okay.
C word, capitalism, cruel, communist. Yeah, those are good examples.
He kind of missed off the important word, conservatives.
Yes, exactly.
It kind of looked like it was going in that direction, though.
Deep breath, count to 10. This is really simple and a lovely fact. Apparently, before Bush number 1, in America...
Okay.
Yeah. Bush Senior. So red and blue were not a thing. They were invented because TV. Easy colours. It's as simple as that.
Actually, I think it was. I remember from before Bush Senior that the Democrat Party was associated with the blue color and Republican Party associated with red. But maybe you're talking about something else. I know their flag, they talk about it being red, white, and blue, but I think the stars are yellow, aren't they?
I guess so.
USA
Yeah.
flag. I'll just look that up real quick. And oh no, they're white. So red, white, and blue. And
Okay. Yeah.
interesting thing about that, when Americans talk about red, white, and blue, they very often think of the American flag, but it's not the only flag that's comprised of just those three colors. So from an international perspective, red, white, and blue may not actually be synonymous with the American flag.
No, it's not about flags. It's much more simpler than that.
Yeah.
It's basically about TV, how colours work on the screen. And so you've got to pick colours that will work on your TV screen. That's how TV works. And so red, they decided, and blue, they decided. It was never a thing. It was never an official thing. Your parties never were officially the people who had the red colour or the blue colour.
They just tend to use it to differentiate. Yeah.
It was totally fabricated because of television.
Here we've got red and blue and orange and green and then the one part that other party that's at the federal level that's just in the province of Quebec. I think they're kind of blue as well, but maybe a different shade of it.
All right.
Yeah. So
okay.
Listen, I know you hate me doing this, Mike, but I know what you're kind of thinking now. The thing is with Mike's show, he's very precise about his starts and times. I think you'd like him, Randolph. He's very precise.
I try to be. To some people, it can be quite a failing too, though.
We've noticed this, Randolph, but it's been an absolute pleasure that Randolph joins us. That is brilliant. We do like our Canadian friends, we really do. I tend to guess, I don't want to be the guy in the gallery saying this, but I think Mike wants to wind this up.
Oh, sorry, Mike. I do have to go because I have to go see a client anyway. Thanks for having me join here. I appreciate having the invite.
Yeah, well, thanks for dropping by. And any time you're welcome to come and join us.
Oh, fantastic!
The more the merrier.
That's splendid. Can you tell me a bit about your choice of the name Black Sofa? I'm curious about that.
Okay, well, very quickly, when I first started this channel, it wasn't called Black Sofa. It was called my depression blog, and it was just as simple to because I was really struggling with depression and just trying to make sense of it, and I was just vlogging my journey, and I literally filmed my vlogs from our sofa, which happened to be black. And
okay.
So I would say, welcome back. Come and join me on the black sofa, and let's talk. And so it kind of stuck. People started calling me Black Sofa, and so I changed the name of the channel to Black Sofa.
He's basically a racist.
I think it's a neat idea. And I think you should play into it a bit more. Have some pictures of black sofas in the background somehow. That'd be I think that'd be pretty neat.
Yeah, well,
just an idea.
if I could afford the premium StreamYard, I probably would do that. Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see. Oh, right. Yeah, no, don't do that just for that. But I mean, it's something I think you have an opportunity to maybe build on a theme of some sort of your invention, of course. But it's unique. It stands out.
Yeah, I'm having I'm actually having a YouTube banner drawn for me by the same person who drew my avatar.
Oh, great.
Of me sitting on a sofa.
That's black.
Funnily, and that's going
be
to
good.
so that's going to be my YouTube banner when that's done.
So you can
be very good.
you can call your live streams. You can invite people to come and sit on join you on the black sofa.
Yeah,
that'd be great.
This series, this stream thing is called On the Sofa.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. So
Biggest
there you have
mistake I
it.
ever made.
You're going to have to get Tom jump on your channel and compare sofas.
Yes.
He's famous for sitting in a very big chair that could probably qualify as a sofa, given by the size. Yeah.
Cool. Anywho,
be careful what you wish for, Randolph, because since I met this wonderful person, I've had 8 months of this nonsense. Be very careful.
Nonsense? Why would you call it nonsense?
Because he knows how I work.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyways, it's been great to have you both on, and I usually only stream for about an hour, but I wanted to give you, Randolph, a bit of time.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Okay.
So we've gone on.
Here's the thing, you guys. Mike is 16 minutes and 45 seconds over his time.
Well, there you go. But
I'll sit back and watch you both struggle with that.
Okay.
Well, we're at 17 now.
So anyway, I'll say good night to Randolph and to Bob Geldof's Plimsolls and to everyone watching at home. And I want to say thank you to the moderators as well for helping me out. With to moderate the chat and everything. And I'm going
to be on Tart channel in the near future. Probably, I think it's this week. I'm just going to check the date and time. We're going to have. I'm going to be in a debate about the morality of God, and October 24th. 2100 Eastern time. It looks. Oh no, actually, but got moved to 2000 Eastern time, which is 1700 Pacific, I think. So TART is the Atheist Roundtable. So that's I'm looking forward to that. That'll be a fun debate. Saturday, October 20th. Yeah.
Cool.
Totally. The audience totally subscribe to Randolph. He's a good dog. He really is.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And likewise.
And
I'm a dick.
So bye to everyone, and
thanks. Take care.
If you've liked this video, then give us a thumbs up and do subscribe if you're new here, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.